does not sound good. It was not good. The femoral artery is not a good place to get stabbed. It's loaded with blood. Its primary function is to supply blood to the lower part of your body. Getting stabbed in the femoral artery is a great way to bleed to death. English was rushed to hospital. He was out of it, but thankfully he survived. He basically has no memory of what happened after he was stabbed that night. The nurses told me that Rogi Vachon and Robbie Fatorik came in and talked to me for an hour. I have no recollection of that. I assume it didn't go well because I was traded the next year. While his Kings teammates went about their playoff series with the Flames, English stayed in the hospital. Calgary eliminated the Kings in 5 games. English's teammates knew he was in the hospital, they just didn't know which one. The Kings kept things top secret. It was a pretty good cover-up. They kind of hid me in the hospital for a few weeks. Players didn't really know where I was or anything. It's amazing how casual John English is when he talks about this incident. I cannot imagine what he went through. He doesn't seem to let it bother him now, and shockingly enough, from the sound of it, it didn't seem to really bother him 3 decades ago either. It was very painful. You know what it's like being a 20-year-old guy? It's like, whatever. I didn't really think of it as life and death, even though it was. Just over a week before his stabbing, English had a meeting with Fatorik that he does remember. It was right after that 9-7 Kings win over the Flames. Aside from scoring his first NHL goal, English also added 2 assists. The 21-year-old defenseman had 3 points and was a +1 in his NHL debut. But, believe it or not, his head coach did not seek him out to heap some praise on the kid. Fatorik came into the dressing room and kind of tore a strip off of me, not in front of everybody. He told me he wanted me to play tougher. Robbie Fatorik wanted the AHL version of English. The 6'2", 190-pounder had 236 penalty minutes for New Haven that year. He wanted the tough guy. He did not want the goal scorer. English, despite his 3 points, was being pigeonholed by the Kings as a tough guy. I really don't know if that's fair. It's not that I didn't like to fight, but I liked to fight if there was a reason and for my teammates. I wasn't that big of a guy. It wasn't something that I looked forward to. A little over a week after that night, English was stabbed. A year after that, he was finished with pro hockey. Why? The answer isn't easy to come by. First, the obvious. I don't know if the stabbing had long-lasting effects. The following year, I ended up getting arthritis and getting knocked out in a fight. There was some speculation that because I didn't get a blood transfusion while in hospital, and that when you go through trauma like that it can set off the arthritis. At that point, I was just kind of done with hockey, to tell you the truth. Believe it or not, before the arthritis set in his leg and shortly after the stabbing, English used the stabbing as a motivator. It actually motivated me to come back stronger and better the next year because I knew I had screwed up big time. That motivation did not last. And English says once the arthritis set in, he was pretty much done with the game anyway. He'd walked away before, temporarily at least. Now he was ready to walk away for good. I quit when I was 20, and then I came back because I ran out of money. I'd spent my signing bonus, so I had to make some money. Combine the arthritis with perhaps that expectation or that need from his bosses for English to drop the gloves, and you have an early retirement. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but yes, I would say that at some level, I was done with pro hockey. Whatever the reason, John English was finished with pro hockey when he was just 23 years old. He was a kid with a grade 10 education who needed to find out what to do with his life. I went and worked at a ski resort for a couple of months to pay my mortgage. Then English went into business. He figured that with his lack of education, being an entrepreneur was his only option. I took my drive as an athlete and turned it around. I was trying to get ahead in life. I'd been in the coffee business since I was 24. I own a company now called Oliver's Coffee. It's our own independent chain. If there's one thing you get from John English when you speak to him, it's this. He does not live in the past. He does not have the puck from his single...